Hey, what's up, everybody? So get a little treat here. You get to watch a diehard Knicks fan watch the watch the end of this game. It's been a real hard fought game. Detroit is for real. But this is a war. It's been one of the best game series. We had this in Denver, the Clippers. It's been a great series. Nice cut, Harris. Good block by Towns, out of bounds. Though for those that probably watching, if you are watching the game, your feed is probably ahead of mine. I'm watching on Gotham Sports app, so I got a little bit delay on mine. Hardaway gets free, Barron with the offensive rebound. So it's a 5 point game. Knicks need stops. Knicks need stops. We need to bring this home. So I want to, the main, the Knicks. It's playoff basketball, right? So of course I'm going to watch my team in a big game 3. Oh my God! Oh my God! Where's the offensive foul here? Do we got a challenge? Oh boy, you want to talk about foul baiting? What is this? Let me see what happened here. Oh, he hits a 3. Oh, 2-pointer. They don't even get to see the replay there. Hey, what's going on, JB? Come on, Bryant. Cook this guy. Cook Dennis. They could he double him with no ball. Was that? Uh, uh, I cannot lose this game, bro. I cannot lose this game. Yes, be good defense. All right, come on now. Smart with the rock. Yes, Jalen Brunson. For all you guys that call him the foul baiter and the this and the that, this guy is leading the NBA playoff. Hardaway misses, hard to rebound, heart and soul. Come on, guys, get the rock up. Solid possessions all out. There you go. There you go. Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. So you guys are probably I caught up to where you at. 59 seconds ago. Knicks got a 7-point lead. What's the score?
Right there.
Big time. Big time. Big time. So for you guys, the Brunson critics out there, look, I had the chat last night. I was on Go Cast podcast, and they had a fellow audience member like myself, and they opened the link, and we had a little impromptu debate. Look, guys, flopping is a epidemic league wide, but it becomes a social. Look, bro, you saw what LeBron did the other day, right? Remember that Kevin Hart joke? Where he said grandma at the funeral, grandma fake got knocked out, right? Oh no, she would fake faint, and then like look, look, grandma, you fake it. We all see you. That's what LeBron did. That's what LeBron did the other night, man.
I didn't even realize the picture of him. I was trying to see who that was, but when I saw the clip, I said, "Lord have mercy."
Come on. LeBron. LeBron won the vote. I see. FYF. Go James Keenan went live today talking about how the players poll, the anonymous poll was bullshit. Yeah, Beasley's gonna hit that. If you don't stick to your man. All right, come on, solid possessions. We gotta bring this home. Come on, Brunson, get it up over the timeline. Cunningham on Brunson. That's the matchup we want. Yeah, my feed is a little slow for anybody in the audience. Towns got Harris on him, and they gotta foul him. Yes, Towns will shoot free throws. There you go. You gotta bring this home. You gotta make these free throws. This is a hard fought series. I cannot lie. I give a lot of respect to the Pistons for fighting back. I mean, I don't want to hear nothing about officiating because tough calls have gone both ways. Fouls have gone both ways. The Tim Hardaway thing. Okay, Brunson did get him in the eye. I mean, no, he didn't get him in the eye. They said I'm watching Yahoo. They said he jammed the finger, and I know he did not. He bopped him in the nose, and Hardaway sold it. Because if he was in there, if he hit him in the eye, he'd have blurry vision. Here's the blurry vision. He hit his first 6 threes of the game. You know, I'm gonna give a little crap to Tibbs. Tibbs did not go to the bench like I wanted him to. I feel like right now, even Mitchell Robinson should be in the game for defensive purposes right now. We make these free throws. Yeah, he didn't even take them. Okay, all right. Like this is my thing with Tibbs, man. This is the playoffs. Put a defensive lineup in here, man. Cunningham is going to go for the two. We'll give it up. Not foul. Well, not foul. Get it up, Rusty. Come on now. Here we go. 23 seconds, dribbling it down. Shout out to the Giants. They went Abdul Carter in the draft. You've been catching any of the draft, JB?
Oh no, I ain't. Actually, man, they didn't really promote this year's draft like they have in the past. So I
mean, again, I don't know if it's because of, I don't know if football is just kind of giving up to the NBA playoffs, but here we go. Bronson hit the free throw, trying to highlight comment. So the first pick was Cam Ward. Second pick was actually Jacksonville traded up to get the Heisman winner, Travis Hunter. All right.
Jacksonville got him.
Yeah. And Giants went Abdul Carter. After that, after my Giants made the pick, we're trying to rebuild that defense and pass rush. It helped us win our championships back in the Eli era. There you go. Knicks. Yeah, just let the clock run. We don't got a foul here. If we're up 6. Oh, let's see.
Wow. We're going to go up 2-1.
But they're gonna. I see from the score, they're gonna hit a 3 here. This is ahead of my Tim Hardaway Jr. The Knicks got timeouts, and we will. Now here's the thing about Thibodeau, because again, people will talk about my Knicks. People will talk about my Knicks a lot. One thing I will say about my Knicks is Tom Thibodeau does not know. Okay, I like that he brought Mitch in. No Cat on the court. Right now, you got to bring Cat back in. No Mitch. Well, maybe you bring in Mitch just because you get an offensive rebound. Of course, they got to foul us. Like, the Knicks have got to win this,
Look like they could have win.
Yeah, I mean, Bryant.
You are welcome. Carl Anthony Town with 31, Brunson with 20, Bridges with 20, 22 from Amanobi. And the Knicks tonight have shot 46%, hit 12 threes, and from the free throw line, Reggie were 24 of 25. They just used the timeout, one remaining there, and the inbound will come on the near sideline, as you can see from Bridges, and covering that will be Harris. And if you're Detroit, best case scenario here, if you can get a 5-second violation on the Knicks here. But if you get a quick turnover, You do have that one timeout to advance the basketball. Bridges will advance here. The 50 He's bumped by Asar Johnson, and the foul goes on Johnson, 3.5. And the Knicks will have free throws first. 10 points in this fourth quarter and 8 points in clutch time. 5-point game or less, 5 minutes or less, and that defines that portion of the game. It was 104, 101 with 4:10 left, but Brunson hit a jumper. Bryant is the shot.
Y'all still watching the game? Uh-oh.
In the front court, and then go to the back court. I would love to see that play again. Where did you catch it? Oh, that's the red like the ball was right at the half court. Oh, that's close. That is so close.
Little fella?
On shoe, save 35.
Hey, he hit a three. Hey, can you hear me? I'm sorry. I was. Oh, damn. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was talking about the awards. Congratulations to the defensive player of the year was named today. Evan Mobley.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Evan Mobley, Dyson Daniels. You got to consider him a young soldier because he New Orleans picked him with the Lakers pick.
Oh,
He was a finalist. I forget the other finals was another guard. I think. Whatever they gave it to Evan Mobley, the power forward, the big man out of Cleveland. Obviously that winning record it was gonna get it there. Let's see. Okay, so let's see how they play. They run. They let Harris hit the three, 1.5. They got the foul off. Oh yeah, the Pistons have no timeout, so this has got to be a miracle. Knicks got to miss the second free throw, and we'll go to game 4 up 2-1. I don't even it's the thing. Every time I check the score on Yahoo, I forget I'm knocking myself out the stream. It's the first one with the bounce. Good game, guys. Good game. The Pistons are here. Knicks up by 2. 118, 116. Some of you guys probably seen the final if it came in. But yeah, look at the okay, so they missed it on purpose. Knicks will take the win. Okay, and this is Detroit. This is Detroit. Now we're playing around with it. This is NBA.
They showed up in 2 quarters in games 1 and 2, 4.
Because if the timekeeper doesn't jump the gun and run the clock, a clock malfunction off of intentional. So can we? I see Jalen Rose.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That was actually good. The game is over. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see. They're still sorting it through. Jesus Christ. No, you good. You good. But yeah. So we got
they gave Detroit another half a second.
Now they got him a full half second.
Yep.
Jeez, I don't understand this, bro. Unbelievable. But this what's going on. Look at Jalen Rose over there on Detroit's. Did he even play for the Pistons? I know he's a Detroit guy.
Yeah.
Probably a Pistons fan. But he played for the Knicks. He never played for the Pistons. And he had played like a season and a half, half a season, something like that. Yeah, I mean, look, and okay, so where they inbound? And they got to inbound way down, right? Okay, so yeah, they inbound and way from the far line. Jeez, wow. So let's see what the niggas are in. He can move to the side as well. I think threw it out of bounds. Okay. I'm telling you, this is like the Knicks fan, man. You guys can hate on us, man. You can hate us Knicks fans, but we suffer with our team, bro. We suffer with our team. This game should have been over like 15 minutes ago. And here we are at 10 o'clock. I'm still watching the stream. So the Knicks would cover the 2.5, the 1.5 point spread too if no more points were scored. So okay, off the rebound, it's when the first player touches it. So nobody touched it. The clock operator, the clock operator trying to steal something because the Knicks missed the free throw on purpose because of that point. When it touched, now when it hits the rim, he did that, and they gave him in possession, side out. Okay, that does make sense when things happen like that. Yeah, they never would have had a chance to inbound. So you're giving them a timeout, and you're giving them a chance to set up a play. They threw the ball out of bounds anyway. I mean, the chances of them making it is like 1 in 20,000. But now the Knicks just have to inbound, dribble out the clock, not get fouled. So again, now we come in here. We don't have guards. We got slow-footed Carnegie Town. I don't want to see him on the court. It's not about him making free throws at this point, Thibodeau. That's the game. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I see OKC started as well.
Oh, that Clipper game
And
on NBA TV.
yeah, the Clipper get no the okay.
Oh man,
Yeah, the Clipper game is on NBA TV, and they got OKC. And Shaq and them was complaining the other day. So the Knicks, actually, the Pistons did they thing in the fourth quarter. Let me see what Carcino talking about. He dropped the link. Okay, I'm sorry. One second. Yeah, man. All right. So, all right. All right. So I'm just pausing there. I might go in there. Might go in there later. So we're gonna get down to we're gonna get down to it. The main event is obviously the MVP. They've done this where they announced the finalists first, and they've announced they're gonna announce the winners. Um, I tried to get bro. Remember I told you that I got the Kobe debate as well, right? AJ, there?
yeah, I heard.
Okay, remember I told you I had the Kobe debate. So I was trying to get a LeBron fan up here or anybody that wants to take the pro LeBron stance to, come in here and give me a challenge on the LeBron. Just a 10-minute impromptu Kobe versus LeBron debate. Nobody wanted to take. No, there was no takers, right? So I put it out there. I asked D'Lo if you got anybody from your audience. If D'Lo ain't a debater. D'Lo ain't a debater, so he ain't want to come up for the smoke. Robert Cross told me, just hit me, talk about he got his relationship. Okay, I understand it, but he wouldn't have been a pro LeBron guy. I don't know.
See what
But
happens. See what happens when it's money time.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's one thing about LeBron fans, man. Anybody in the audience, man, y'all guys don't stand on your square. I give props to Lil Zay's cousin, to Zay 93's cousin, because he came up there and he debated me. He debated Speem and his cousin, Lil Zay, 93 Zay, and I pulled up in there and stole the show, and but he took it. So I give respect to him. Not too many like him. Not too many like that. They want to sneak. They stone throwers and hand hiders because they will talk all that mess. And again, the guys want to go James Kingdom. They do that, but they like to control the narrative of this. So I'm pulling up. I was told to come up on Saturday night. I don't know how long they gonna give that thing, but I'm pulling up. And I'm gonna represent for Kobe because again, my criteria, the way I look at it, and y'all can sit there and use all the stats y'all want. Kobe was a better player than LeBron at all time basis. I don't care about what he's doing in year 22 versus Kobe's year 20. We all seen Kobe in year 17 take a catastrophic and injury. Then he re-injured it. He re-injured it the next year. And at that point, he was there to be a leader, to lead the young soldiers into the next era while they were trying to stack the draft picks and rebuild. So what at that point, Kobe had his 5 rings. LeBron is still chasing. That's the part they don't want to admit. LeBron is still chasing Jordan, and in real talk, he's still chasing Kobe. Why? Because they believe, and that's the thing. I don't necessarily believe that the rings is the be all end all of the conversation, but they know you have to erase all doubt by either beating the guy when you got a chance in your era if y'all coexisted, or you got to eclipse his. And again, the MVPs and all that. I know they're gonna bring up MVPs. They're gonna bring up stats and field goal percentage and things like that. When it doesn't even like Kobe was a guard. LeBron has played power forward. If you want to look at it, LeBron has played power forward since his first year in Miami. So a power forward better have a better field goal percentage than a guard. But Kobe was not a guard who cared about field goal percentage, right? Kobe would take that mid range. He would take those killer mid range, those killer shots. That and that's the reason why Kobe has. Remember, Kobe's 5 rings came out of the West. LeBron, three of LeBron's 4 rings came out of the East. And when he did he had the bubble playoffs. Where they had a 4 months rest, all types of advantage. The Clippers, who pretty much have admitted to a man that they just got disinterested because I felt they were a better team. Again, the Lakers were great that year, but then what has he done in the other 6 years that he's been in the West? Again, it's a 1-1 series. They got game 3 tomorrow. Again, I'm just practicing my arguments here, right? I'm gonna get on because I got I gotta pull up the awards. I kind of was going off my head. I know, but let me look back on what I was saying. I'm sorry. I will drift and look, but that's the thing. Kobe's 7 rings came all out of the West for one franchise. He didn't steal other teams' best players. He didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? Kobe did none of that. A lot of the years Kobe didn't win the MVP is because he was, and I got to look up how many years Kobe was top 5 or top 3 in the MVP voting, because that will matter as well. LeBron hasn't been top 3 in a long time. And I bet you LeBron still does have more top 3 finishes than Kobe, but that'll even the score a little bit, knowing that Kobe was a lot of the years Kobe was canceled out because Shaq was there. Shaq was canceled out because Kobe was there. The MVP is a narrative award. They're gonna look and say, well, if the Lakers don't win 75 games or 70 games, we're not gonna give MVP to anybody on the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Kobe finally won it in '08. I think he finally won. It was '08 when he won his MVP, right? Oh, well, no. He won it. Yeah, '08.
That was '07, '08.
'07, '08. LeBron had won '09, 2010. Then in 2011, they gave it to Rose. He won in the next 2 years, the lockout shortened year, and in 2013. Those were LeBron's 4. It was 4 and 5 years. He hasn't won MVP since. Kobe wanted to win, but you could consider Kobe an MVP all throughout the 2000s, which was his era. Okay? So MVPs, these all stats, you're going to act like these are one-to-one things. When they play different positions, you're going to expect different field goal percentage out of a guard who takes 20-footers rather than a forward who the most of his field goal percentage comes within 3 feet. Again, no, the big men are different in the era. You know what I'm saying? Like it was they didn't play as much zone. They play, they didn't play with the driving lanes one wide open. You want to look at the points per game per pace compared to the pace of the average scores. I mean, Kobe, because you can easily say he represented a larger part of the offense than LeBron did. Again, Kobe allowed for players to play better around him. He got more lesser teammates. You didn't have guys. Kobe was hard on his teammates. Let's keep it real. And he did throw people under the bus a little bit. Not like LeBron did. LeBron has thrown everybody under the bus. So, these are the things that, these are some of the things that I was going to say to Mr. T Perfect, Travis, Go Jays Kingdom. And, like I said, man, I don't know if I don't know if you're gonna be working or whatnot, but pull up, man, because I gotta give it up for the homie Kobe, man. That's all I got to say about that for now. If anybody is listening and they are a LeBron fan or they believe that I'm full of it, they put me above LeBron. Again, I got Kobe as my 7th best player of all time, 7th greatest player of all time. I got LeBron as my 8th greatest player. Again, my top 6. You wanted to with Bird, Larry Joe, Magic, Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. And again, a lot of guys dismiss the '60s. I'm not one who does that. I understand how great and dominant they were in the '60s. How those two are head and shoulders above the rest of the league. Their all-time resume. You cannot. You can tell me about 11 teams. Well, again, like Wilt said this to Jordan. Wilt again. I'm Wilt. Russell said this to Jordan. When I was in the league, we had 80 jobs. 80 jobs, 80 best players. It was guys who wouldn't have been like this Paxson. Like you told him, Paxson would have been in the stands. Jackson would have made my league. So, again, there's a lot of things to go on with that. But anyway, um, yeah. So congratulations to Brunson. Congratulations to the winner of the almost over what the most flopping play, the most flopper, the worst flopper in the league, as for according to the according to the uh, player vote. LeBron with a whopping 97.7% of the vote. I believe that means only two people. They probably were Lakers who didn't vote for him as the worst flopper in the league. And let's keep it real. So for those of you guys who flooded the comments when Jalen Brown on NBA on the NBA Facebook page, Jalen Brunson being most very deserved clutch player of the year. Hey, put that in your pipe and smoke it. The worst flopper was LeBron. Okay, so so we're gonna get into a few again, playoff Knicks who won. Any surprises on the play? We're just gonna touch on it real quick. Any surprises in the playoffs? Anything surprising you, JB?
I mean, pretty much I would say, no, I mean, every series, I mean, pretty much, I would say the most, probably the most balanced teams in matching up is Denver and Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great game. They're gonna play game 3 tonight. Um,
They're up by 11 right now on OKC.
Yeah, Zubac is playing his ass off. I talked about that last night. How he is definitely making Joker's life hard. That's a great big man battle. Guys going at it. Grizzlies are up by 12 on the Thunder. Hey, look, it's gonna happen. The Thunder being that dominant might be a little bit of surprise for me. And we're gonna get into the MVPs and the some defensive player of the year. I guess I wanted to see a guard win it. I wanted to see Dyson Daniels win it. I think one of the mitigating factors is Atlanta missing the playoffs, being basically 40 and 42. It was the Dyson Daniels, man. The way he plays super on defense and he kills the passing lane. So those, I think he averaged about 3.5 steals or something like that. Look, we all know that Wembanyama was running away with the awards until until the blood clots and he doesn't qualify with the if it wasn't for that rule, he probably would have still won Defensive Player of the Year. He was that good. And hopefully in the future he will win 3 or 4. Yeah, I forgot the other if I go to my camera rolls and knock me off the stream, and I look at the future guys. Anybody watching, we're gonna do better on this. Like I said, I would have to have brought it up or loaded it to the thing, and I didn't have much time. Let me look and feel like I look quickly. Yeah, what's the name? Your boy Robert Cross is on a swing shift too. I really want because he been talking greasy, man. He been talking really greasy. Of course, the Knicks won. We're gonna tag that. We're tag that. Good to win. We needed this game. It was a real pivotal game.
But he took home court.
Yeah, MVP. And again, this is real quick to anybody. This is to the audience. MVP is going to be SGA in a landslide. I'm sure Joker will get it. And the Joker had a historic season, but you gotta understand, bro. 68 wins, and that's the thing. A lot of guys will go with players. A 68 win team is special, guys. You've only seen it 6 times. You've only seen a team win 68 games 3 times in your lifetime. The Warriors and now this team. 68 games. The only other 3 teams actually was done 4 times. So the Lakers are 72. The Celtics are 73. The Knicks knocked the second Knicks championship team knocked them off in the conference finals, right? Team with Cowens and JoJo White and that they won 68 and 14. The Will Chamberlain team went 68 and 13, and the Lakers won 69 and 13. So that's a special thing, and that's really the reason. And again, for those that say, well, if you take SGA off, I don't know that SGA they might have been a 50-win team, the same as the Western. But that's the thing: if they're a 50-win team without him, that doesn't mean that SGA because get 68. There's been about 300 teams that won 50 games. There's been six who've won. There's been seven. I mean, six. I think it's seven. I just named them off. I might have missed one, but that's crazy. So that it's just, and this is from a team who 2 years ago won the lottery, right? That's why they got Kate. That's why they got. Not Kate. What's his name? Just 3 years ago in the draft. Chet Holmgren. So for them to get to the 68 wins this quickly again. For you, as you know, Jermaine, as you preach, develop your young guys. Stop with the shortcuts. Develop your young guys, and you can get like OKC is right now, dominant. Not OKC is very liable to come back. They're down by 12 right now, but they're very liable to come back. So so MVP is definitely like the criteria that people are looking, the voters are looking for. They're looking for. You cannot give them. I don't care unless SGA Garden body 19-7. He's won the scoring title. Okay, I understand. Look, you're not gonna get 8, 10, 11 rebounds from SGA. But you'll get that from a center. So obviously, what's his name was third in scoring, and he's fourth in steals. That's a great series, a great season. But a 68-win team, guy winning the scoring title, is going to win this. Period. So that's that's the I don't have any problem with Mobley winning. Mobley is definitely the anchor of the second best team in the league, right? You can't give it to Pat Holmgren with pretty much a good anchors with Hartenstein, but you wasn't gonna give it to either one of those. They actually didn't get the games played anyway. So Mobley, best defender on the second best team, or the best defender on the team who was most impactful. The second best team, Mobley's gonna win, right? You got clutch player of the year. I forgot who the other guys, but Brunson won that in a landslide. Probably. Sixth man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. I wouldn't have been mad if Beasley or one of these guys won it. Peyton Pritchard on the third best team in the league. The Celtics definitely well deserved. I think you got Most Improved, and you got the Citizenship Award. You got a couple of things like that. Yeah, I would again. I thought I would have the finalists to memory. I know Tyson. Oh, Most Improved. I would love to see Dyson Daniels win it. Kate Cunningham. I know his points per game went up by 4. Kate Cunningham is too good.
You need the graphics.
Say again?
I see you need the graphics.
Yeah, if you could share the screen and maybe I could start talking about it. Because I'm
okay, I got which one? I got all of them up there. I guess you must not be able to see it.
Let me see. I probably can. Let me see. So if you want to see me off by reading okay, so they we talk we can just talk retrospective. Okay, I see it now. So the MVP finalists, Giannis is probably going to be a distant third. Right? We talk about the SGA is going to win and why. Again, the 68 wins. Again, you got to look at it. Just 16 in NBA history have won 17. Have won 68 games. So that is quite special. You understand what I'm saying? The Warriors, and actually the Warriors and the Warriors and the Celtics were the only teams not to win the championship, I believe. They won 68, and the Celtics were the only team not to get to the finals. They were knocked off by my Knicks in 73. So they eventually won in 74, actually. The Celtics came back and won the next year. But, yeah. And the MVP, I believe, that season in 73 was, I believe, Kareem. Kareem won one of his MVPs in 73. I believe the Bucks won 61 games, if I go off memory. I believe they won 61 or 62 games. I know they were over 60 wins. So usually, again, of those 68 win teams, only two did not win MVP. Wilt did win MVP. Oh yeah, it's 69. Also, I mean 72. Also, West and Will, they were second and third in the voting.
Mm-hmm.
The MVP that year was Kareem. So I believe Kareem went back to back 72, 73. And both teams, both years you had a 68 win team. Again, the precedent was 68 win teams. You're just not going to deny. Again, and the fact that if that's what I'm saying. If the Nuggets won 60 games, they were right on the hill and they were the second seed, then you have more of an argument. But the argument when a team wins 68 games and the next best player with the next, and look, Giannis, they only won 47 games. Then this is SGA's award, and then again he had a horrific season. He won the scoring title. Come on. So, can you put the defensive player of the year up there, CW? Let me see the banner. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got it.
So Draymond Green. So it was Draymond, Dyson, and I would have ventured to think Draymond got number two. Like we were saying, Mobley up there with being the defensive anchor, the second best team in the league. Again, maybe Chet would have been in that conversation had he had the games played, but he missed too many games, kept getting injured, early in the season. And that was pretty much their defensive anchor. And actually too, the whole KC played defense. Everybody on that team played defense.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on that team was a great defender. Even the guys who were kind of weak on defense turned themselves pretty good defensively. So even everybody can shoot threes on that team too. That's the wildest part as well. So Draymond Green getting in there, this would have been his second award, I believe. The big Rudy has won 4. But Daniel, look in the future for him to win this award. Definitely will be a perennial All NBA defender. And as I told Jermaine, I reminded Jermaine, this is the guy the Lakers could have drafted had they not made the AD trade. Again, I know the AD trade won them a championship, but they're talking about the AD trade did win them a championship, but they could have also gotten AD without making that trade because he could have just came as a free agent one more year, But and having the Dyson Daniels, having the Josh Harts, having the guys that you gave up, they could have made a lot more moves and have a lot more flexibility and a better roster all these years. So, who would say that they would? I would think they would have drafted Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels was a terrific player. He had a growth spurt. That shows how young he was. Where he went from 6'4" to about 6'7", and that's Green. That was a great effort. He is Golden State defensive anchor, and they turned the season around after the trade deadline. Clearly, and he was a big part of that. Also, Jimmy Butler, big part of that defensive improvement. But Evan Mobley, I mean, trust me, if you watch the team play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Evan Mobley's the menace. Again, the second pick of his draft. I believe he was the second pick after who? I can't remember. 2019 or 2020? No, 120. It might have been 2019. I know Cade was the 21 draft. The 2020 draft was Paolo was the 22. So yeah, it was either.
Real quick, Memphis up by 17.
Memphis up. One thing I'm seeing 13, so I'm a little bit behind. But this was the name. So 50. I got 50-37. But Scottie Pippen Jr. Another young soldier contributed. Scottie Pippen Jr. is a very good defender, and for his father to be who his father is,
it's saying something.
Yeah. Another guy the Lakers let go away. But why the Clippers, the Nuggets and Clippers 2014. CW, can you put up the next award? All right, so Cook Player of the Year was Ant-Man, Nicole, and Jalen Brunson. what a thing. But again, the clutch stats definitely go. The Knicks had a better record. They're 3-1 against the two teams, the Wolves and the but yeah, Doug Brunson hit so many clutch shots. He was big tonight. He was big in game one. If anybody watched, what if you don't get turned off by the concede flopping again, that for those everybody instead of congratulating them, saying, you know what, yeah, he is the clutch player. They talked about the flopping and the what do you call it? The unethical flopping, the unethical flopping. Listen, man. I think, yeah, if it's unethical, the whole league does it. Everybody has a flop on their team. I don't see it being agreed because at least, and I was saying this on my optimistic Knicks fan take, bro. At least he sells contact. Guys be straight up not being touched and still not being touched, bro. Like, come on. You know, again, the worst flop in the league is voted by the players with a whopping 97.7% of the vote was LeBron James. So if you ain't got the smoke for LeBron James, don't tell me how unethical. Don't tell me how unethical the way Jalen Brunson plays because he actually sells real contact. So congratulations. Hey, look, Ant-Man's very clutch. Joker's very clutch. Brunson, if you look at the stats, just look at the go-ahead shots with under 30 seconds. I mean, Brunson has he's really that guy that just. I mean, I think and that's the other thing about clutch too. The clutch time is the whole fourth quarter. In my opinion, especially with tight game like tonight. Yeah, the Knicks had a 13-point lead coming into the fourth quarter. Relinquished that a little bit. Obviously, we only won by 2. But how many buckets when they were making theirs? That's what mattered, and that's what Kobe did. So for them getting back to the Kobe LeBron debate, Kobe, bro, I'm sorry. If my team was up 5 in a go win or go home game, I want Kobe Bryant in this fourth quarter over LeBron James any day of the week, bro. You feel me, JB?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you guys need to really understand what clutch is. It's not just about that game winning shot. It's not just about field goal. It's not about none of that stuff. You got to look at everything involved, bro. So you got to look at everything. All right. Can you bring up the next one? I know a lot of them have been named already. I'm just going to rate retroactively. All right. So, Rookie of the Year. That's good. Team Stephon Castle is your favorite. Jalen Wellsman. This has been a relatively weak rookie class, right? Jackie Richards, they picked it up towards the end, but pretty much for the whole year, Stephon Castle been the best rookie. I'm surprised. I know the Wizards were terrible, but I'm surprised you did not get the second pick, Alexander Sarr, in there because he had some pretty good numbers, especially down the stretch. I should know because my fantasy opponent was killing me without Alexander Sarr, so he picked it up at the end. But Stephon Castle, for sure, been the most dynamic rookie, been the best, been the most consistent rookie throughout. The player before De'Aaron Fox got hurt. They were playing good, well side by side. He played well side by side with Chris Paul all year. So I'll be really shocked if Stephon Castle doesn't win. Who's your pick for rookie? I know this has been a hard class to judge, but Stephon Castle is my pick. Hey, JB, you there? JB, you there?
No, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, you got to pick. Do you see the screen?
Wait a minute, hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Stephon Castle. It's Stephon Castle, Zachary Sachet, and Jalen Wells. And Jalen Wells, I mean, I can't even tell you what his stats is. I mean, he's the one guy in the playoffs. But if you're gonna look at rookie of the year, like
I would say Castle. I would say Castle.
Yeah, this is capital one. Not much discussion there. Rich Isaiah did play pretty well, but not well enough. He didn't play well in those playing games as well. So I don't know. Those games don't even count in your stats, but they do look at it, I guess, you know. So
Memphis up by 24. I guess
you
they
know,
returned the favor.
yeah, I'm about to turn on it. Okay, so coach of the year. This one has got a real discussion to it. I'm going to go, and I would like to see JB win it. Because that start around from Detroit is amazing. But Kenny Atkinson to go takes over for JB and pushes his team to 64 wins. The team he coached. So Udoka is probably going to be third in this award, but he did a wonderful job. Congrats to all three coaches. The job you did. But I think Kenny Atkinson wins it. You have a team that gets to an elite, again, 64 wins. They're maybe 30, 20 to 30 teams. Elite stat, you know, and again, for them, they didn't make any huge moves. They didn't, they just kind of changed, they changed the way they went, you know what I mean? They changed the way they went. So,
I think Atkinson is gonna win it.
Yeah, this is Atkinson's well. Jamie Bickerstaff did a wonderful job again. Turn around.
Man, Scottie Pippen Jr. just picked Shea. They up by 28.
Ain't it amazing how you ain't got nobody that can guard the elite guards in the league, but Scottie Pippen Jr. is sitting there with Memphis?
Man.
Yeah, one of these years he's gonna win Most Improved Player. He's gonna be in the mix for sure, Mr. Pippen Jr. Look again. It's funny if whatever LeBron becomes, and again, I told you I root for Bronny. I don't hate on Bronny, but Scottie Pippen Jr. shows you how you get it done. And son of a legend who didn't get no favors, who just worked hard, worked at his game, was actually great in college. I don't know. I don't think he got picked, but he made himself. Again,
I think he was undrafted. I think I checked into that.
Yeah, I don't think did the Lakers pick up? I think they did. See, the Lakers are really good at getting these undrafted guys. Oh, Pistons up by 24. Look at this, 19 points from Scottie Pippen Jr. Come on, guys. So, Bronny hits the goal. Look, I'm not here to crap on Bronny, but Bronny hits a garbage time layup, and you get a whole press conference. Scottie Pippen Jr. in the playoffs against the best team in the league is dropping 19 before the half. This is a guy who was a no pick. All right?
Yeah.
Favor because of his again, that's just all I say to it. Bro, again, I know LeBron was going to nepotize his son into the league. I get it. But the idea, and this is the thing, you guys don't want any smoke about what's really going on. You don't want any smoke about, when he plays bad, all this. But yet when he plays well, he makes 2 baskets in a row. Y'all want to throw a parade. Anybody's gonna do it. Like guys were telling Scottie Pippen, you're not doing a parade. Yeah. Guys were telling Scottie Pippen you were not good enough to be in the league. And look what he's doing. He's contributing to a playoff team in a pivotal win in a pivotal game. You understand what I'm saying? That's perseverance. That's something to celebrate. That's something to, that's something to go by. So, CW, I know, being a little bit of a. Can you put the next one up, bro?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
All right, appreciate it. All right, so now we got Most Improved, and again, this is the one I think Dyson. Oh, bro, this is close to JB's heart, and I would go Zubac here too. I would between Zubac and Daniels. Daniels might get it considering that he was like last year. He was really not even on the radar, right? I know he was hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Again, Kane should not get this award because he's been nice. Kane wasn't bad last year. I know his points per game went up by 4, but Kane, and I know his numbers went up across the board. But this is the award is Vika Zubac because Vika Zubac again, K been nice. Zubac been very good as well, but Zubac has really cemented himself. It might be Daniels. This one has just like Coach of the Year is an actual really great debate. Uh, yeah, I know who you rooting for though, bro.
Hey man, like I say, well, I think the kicker is Zubac led the league in rebounds, total rebounds, and he's a top 5 center in his position. Like I said, I like Dyson Daniels when he was in New Orleans. Like you remember, like you said, they drafted him because the Lakers had deferred that pick to them, so he could be a Laker, and
Yeah.
he
And that's
could be
exactly
better. But hey, it's a win-win for me.
bro. I want guys to understand. You're talking about what the Lakers could be. They could be a dynasty right now. Having guys like Dyson Daniels in your backcourt, that's exactly. And having guys like Vika Zubac in your front court, bro. They have 60 every
It
year
was,
right
it was crazy is most Laker fans don't believe that and they don't see it. They
They don't
really
because
don't see it,
it.
and
They don't.
that's what's confounding me.
I will
Like
say this:
how could y'all not? I'm like, how can y'all not see this? Right?
any Laker fan watching the stream, you guys are spoiled. Y'all don't even understand how y'all got those to be the Lakers. Again, I wish the Knicks ran business like we did, like the Lakers do. Again, even when they don't have draft picks, they still get undrafted free agents, like your boy Scottie Pippen Jr., who's playing his ass off tonight. Again,
Now they,
I,
now they sent him to the G League, and then they waived him. Now they waived him last year to open a roster spot, and they used it, I think, to bring in Spencer Dinwiddie, and Dinwiddie right back in Dallas. Right? And see, the problem is, like I say, they in this win now mode, so it's like championship or bust. But they've been operating in reverse. If they'd have built it up right, hey, the fans could really be saying to themselves, "Oh man, shit, we finna win it out," but they don't believe it.
yeah, but they'll tell you the bubble championship, right? Because that's again, that's not a That's not a success. You don't get LeBron James and then trade your farm for Anthony Davis to get a bubble championship in a conference finals run. You don't. Like that. I know you LeBron fans want to be sensitive about it. But you fool me undo. Yeah, I know you LeBron fans want to be sensitive about it, but I'm going to give him the smoke. I'm going to give him the smoke. If the success is not there, it's just not there. Oh, Josh hurt again. They're up by 27, and Josh.
He got undercut. Well, he didn't get undercut. He got kind of when he was in the air. The defender made contact when he lost his balance there.
No, this is not good. I don't know. Let's see this, and this is the thing, man. This is real pain. What's the flopper of the year? They're gonna treat him the flagrant. The people that this don't look good. I didn't see what happened. I've just turned on. Oh, you just went like we're still in the second quarter. Just want to get out of here. You know, it was this new door. Oh my God. Man, the Grizzlies can't catch a break too with the injuries. I mean, last year, this is when gave Scottie Pippen his chance to really step in and contribute major was the injuries they take. I mean, he's moving his extremities. Look like he's going to be I hope he ain't really hurt nothing real bad. Got medics out there.
I hope not.
It's a common foul. Now, I didn't see what happened. I want to see the replay. But for a play to be down like this, and I get a flavor from Jalen Brunson on that Tim Hardaway thing, come on, bro. Tim Hardaway got up, made all 3 free throws, no problem. But Yahoo Sports gonna tell me he jammed the finger 9. So yeah, let's okay again. Yeah, I'm over Zubac. Again, you talk about a guy who, like, I wanted to get him on the All-Star team. He's probably going to make the All-NBA team. He's walking, guy. But they call this a common foul. Whatever we're doing, I got to see the play.
I don't
But
think it was dirty. I just think he was so high up in the air. He probably trying to dunk it. He just kind of he lost his.
and this is the rule too. Especially even on this, he got to shoot the free throws, or he's disqualified for the rest of the game. That's the crazy part, bro. He looks in too much.
Yeah.
He's got to shoot the free throws. He should be back in the locker room, but he's got to shoot the free throws. I think they got to change that rule, bro. Especially even if you consider a flagrant foul, they got to change that rule.
Yo, I got a quick update on Elijah. According to Lamont, he talked to the Arenas family. He's fine. So that's
I heard about that. Yeah, I hated to hear that.
Yeah, thank God, bro.
Yeah.
Has he woken up? Oh, okay. And see, that's what I'm saying. That don't look like a basketball player. I'm sorry, but okay, he was kind of there, but also the guy coming up. But yeah, that's great news. I'm sorry, I just saw the replay, but that's great news because Elijah Arenas, it looks like he's gonna have a full recovery.
Yeah. They say he's they only induced the coma because I guess the truck caught on fire and he inhaled some smoke, so they did that precautionary. So he had no broken bones, no brain trauma, no head trauma, so he's good.
Okay, that's great news. Look, you had LeBron James son with the scare with the cardiac arrest, and then big pain. I hope he gets back in this game. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, definitely great news. U.S. system next year.
So I'm looking, was that all the awards?
Be careful with Cybertruck. Be careful with them Teslas. I heard they really, you crash, they really can't put on fire. And I sort of the airbags had deployed, so yeah, when they had, I guess they had to make sure the smoke go up out of the system and what, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I saw the pictures, like all the airbags. They got to figure out that's a problem with them Teslas. I've never been in a Cybertruck, but I've been in a Tesla car, taking Uber and stuff. Yeah, man. That's wonderful news. We were hoping not to. Bro, when you came on, I was like, I hope this ain't the worst. But
I was. Yeah.
Definitely, I know a lot of people should. Nobody knows. We disagree with them all day, man. But anybody lose their child, and social side, some of the comments. He looked like he could definitely get his NBA draft.
Yeah.
So, that's good. Yeah. Shout out to you guys at FYF, and I know y'all guys close to Gil. And I know you guys close to Gil. That was the medical, when people report stuff, that was the medical recommendation, right? So, some way you can die with in fires and inhaling smoke,
Yeah. That can lead to a heart attack or a cardiac arrest.
Yeah, they do a lot of things. I got my carbon in my apartment. I got my carbon monoxide and my CO2 and the smoke detector in both rooms. You know what I mean? My living room and my bedroom. So, bro, make sure those are updated. Got the battery in it. You know what I mean? My apartment is small enough for one to cover the both, but still need it. This is life is too precious, man. You saw the guy from Well, the guy was playing one, right? He was a Michigan or playing somewhere in the SEC, and he died in a car crash. And I forget his name. Oh, he was a construction company or something like that. Yeah, but I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't remember the name. Yeah, so big good. So yeah, shout out to Memphis for showing up and shout out. You heard what I was saying about Scottie Pippen Jr. right? CW.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was a steal. I don't understand why they just gave up on him like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
it could have been it could have been a numbers game, right? They probably
yeah,
couldn't get a spot, but Scottie Pippen Jr. is definitely contributed and turned himself into an NBA player. Probably made himself some good money. You
yeah.
know,
That's why you never give up on young talent. Not until let them test it out, test out the waters a little bit more.
And this is what I've been saying the whole time. I'm just talking about all teams. If you're gonna draft someone, if they showing like even at rookie year, if they okay, let me put it this way: if they showing that they showing signs they can turn into what's expected possibly, you continue to build. And in that second year, if they showing improvement from the rookie year, I'm talking about like improving, like say, okay, man, yeah, he gonna be a mainstay. In that third year,
Yeah,
you're gonna start seeing that on average that jump. And then by that
yep,
fourth year, if it's a one and done player, then he gonna whatever he's projected to be, that around that point, that's what he's gonna show out there on the court. So when you get rid of that so early, man, to me that's insanity. And I would be
yeah.
upset if any organization out there did their young players like that. You just can't do that. You can't do that.
yeah, if
No,
you know these especially big fan bases that really got a lot of casuals and just, I mean, look, the media will jump on guys. They expect guys to be great right away. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their learning curve. Everybody got the growth curve. That's for management to kind of see. And yeah, like it was a lot of picking and choosing. I'm sure Panika really considered it and all that. But you got to realize, like you got to develop culture. You got to develop a core. This is what the Pistons have done. That's why they're good. Why they giving the Knicks all we can handle in this first round. This is what everybody has done who are good. If you notice, the top four teams in the league this year all have developed their core, homegrown players, and
And
then
that's
guys,
that's the
you know.
hot term now. When
Mm-hmm.
it first started, young core, you didn't really hear NBA teams or fans refer to a group of young players as a young core because to me a core means like a whole squad of young talent. It ain't just like two or three guys. It's like a whole squad. And like I said, I've been so upset about it, man, because I'm sitting there like, man, and who they did it for is not a guarantee. All you're doing, what you want, what you're really doing is you're gonna put a team out there on the field, and it's really gonna really show this guy's flaws in his game, and you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep on turning it over. You're gonna keep on. You sacrifice AD for not Luca was. It just seemed like Luca was snatched from his team, dog. Like man, okay, man, we're
Yeah.
gonna give you one last shot.
Oh yeah, for headlines and all this, and and again, when the Lakers come down to it, their defense is going to be exposed. Not this round, definitely the next round. If they survive, they would get the 2-7 win of Houston, and Houston was showing up last night. Houston does have an issue closing out games. You don't really know who's the playmaker or the go-to guy. But Houston still is a very good, as you show, they still a very good team. And if Jimmy Butler doesn't get back, Golden State's in trouble. So, but I'm still very confident that Minnesota's going to win because look, the Lakers haven't scored 100 points. This team was meant to be a good offensive team. So, are you going to tell me, are you going to tell me that the Minnesota's defense is that good? Yeah, they are. But why are they not scoring 100 points? Lakers are probably last in playoff scoring right now. And again, they like
Probably one of the reasons why they don't scoring so low is because you number one you're trying to just patch a team together, try to go for it. That's part of it.
Oh,
No real chemistry. Number two, how can I say this? You ain't really running on offense, man. Like, and Luka, I love Luka, man. This ain't even about Luka, man. This ain't even about him. It's just, he probably wake up every day like, man, how in the world did I get traded?
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Y'all didn't give up too much for him. I mean, I think y'all gave up, part of what you needed, but it ain't like y'all gave up the farm like AD. But and again, that's the thing. Again, that's not AD's fault, right? Again, they could have just waited the 1 year, especially knowing you hire Rich Paul as your agent. Wait the 1 year. Like, Rich Paul didn't care. They thought that would be LeBron's last chance at a championship, which, I mean, okay, maybe not, but they don't like. LeBron could have strung up some championships. But again, it's just wanting what you want now and not understanding. You got to develop a championship core. They develop a 1 year championship squad. Could not hit the three at the corner at the buzzer.
Scottie Pippen with another steal.
Oh yeah, like father, like son.
Like I say, man, I'm telling you, Kyle Kuzma, this was going to his third year. It would turn out to be the year of the bubble. And remember, he started the season late because he was on that FIBA team and he injured his foot. So he said he did an interview. He said, I never thought we would get rid of all this young talent. He said, I believe we had a dynasty. And I'm telling you, man, like for he to say something like that, he just didn't throw that out there. He was in practice with his teammates, man. He's sitting there looking at something like, man, once we rise at the same time, that's what I'm saying. You can't do that, man. And it's like, man, like I said, most they can't see it. They off into the big name, but you can build your own big name with your own players, and then you bring in that final piece. And I'd be so elated, man. I wouldn't be saying a word, but they went that route.
A lot of casuals out there, bro. A lot of casuals out there, man. So we've pretty much covered all the awards. Anything you got in your mind this week, whatnot?
Oh no, I'm just gonna be just continue to watch, man, and it's a lot of great series in the first round. Now, one thing I will say, I do think the NBA need to return back to the best 3 out of 5 in the first round. I do believe that.
Bro, that's not gonna happen. You know what it is? The problem is the money, bro. The money. Here's the thing. Look,
I get it.
What's the name that said on the 520 with Jeff T and somebody, I think they had, I don't remember. I don't know who had the played the clip, but they pretty much he was admitting like they go to the Lakers. They want the Lakers World Series to go long. That's why you seen that kind of the fix in with the refereeing. And that the crazy part is this is the second former NBA player who admit that the league will do stuff for money. So the fact that they actually got the players to give, they actually gave the players remember that they traded the longer All-Star break for the players to agree for the longer first round.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all about money. The league is not going to throw back dates. The idea that and that's the crazy part with Silver talking about going to a shorter league, shorter season. Like the owners are going to be like, wait. We got to play the players. The players are not going to take scale backs on their salaries, and you're going to give us less dates to turn a profit. Oh no. So I don't know what Silver was thinking when he brought that up, but that's not going to happen. And the first round, I actually did think it was something a little bit special. When it was best of 7. I mean, best of 5 instead of best of 7. But
it seems like it puts more pressure now. Now it evens out because number 1 seed is pretty much going to beat the AC. But I just think what it does in that first round, man. When the playoffs start, I think it actually forces the number 1 seed to show why they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I told you last year, I like the plan because you know what it does? Number one, like I know Trae Young has something to say, oh, this is bull. Well, look, you won 40 games. As I get in the West, it was a little bit more of a, and again, if the Grizzlies were playing tonight, they had to play for the last day, right, to get that AC. But if you won 40 games, What do we reward you for? You know what I'm saying? I said it rewards the first seed because it gives them a scouter on what their playoff offense going to look like. So it actually gives the first seed a little bit more because actually we've seen a few of these 8-1 upsets, but it gives the 1 seed and the 2 seed a chance to see, you know, again. Sometimes that can hurt. Sometimes that can actually help the 7 seed or the 6 seed, or the 8 seed because they're a little bit more in rhythm. But then by the same token, yeah, you give the scouting. If you better scout, the team in the play in because you don't want to come out as a 1 seed and lose the first 2 games. I know when it happened with Milwaukee with the 1 seed with Miami. The problem with Milwaukee was Giannis got hurt and was never 100% for the rest of that series. So
Oh yeah.
they eventually lost to the Heat. The Heat that got all the way to the finals as one of only 2 8 seeds to get to the finals. The other being my Knicks of '99. Um, but yeah, so look, it's a money grab. It's a money grab. Every date is going to generate a lot, about millions of dollars. Deep group muscle contusion. No fracture. Just you got a lot of internal bleeding in the booty. So let's see if there's any bruise or anything with Jimmy. I would set him for game 3, and hopefully he's healthy 100% for game 4. We get out of here a little early. And thank you, CW, for co-hosting and whatnot, and helping me with the technical. Because I don't know what happened. I can't start streaming anymore, and I can't end it no more. And I just hit the outro. The application maybe.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm around, so it's all good.
All good, man. We had a pretty decent show. I'm happy.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get you somebody up here to spar a little bit, but nobody took up the challenge.
Look, man, it's so safe.
It's money time now.
I was on 93's day. I was on 93's day yesterday. I said, look, LeBron would not step to Kevin Gates the way he stepped to. Remind you, he talks about the man, old lady. He said a couple of disrespects about his old lady. He ain't, it was rumors that he tried to get Stephen A. banned from the Staples Center, right? That's how deep it got. But meanwhile, Kevin Gates talks about your old lady. You pull up right up. I said LeBron won't defend his own wife the way y'all defend him. And I wanted somebody to come up and debate. Nobody want no takers. I know all the LeBron fans out there. Y'all talk stuff in the chat. But very few of y'all. And again, if the Gold Chain Kingdom guys are serious, they really want, take down a real debater.
Hey, we're gonna see Saturday. Hey,
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna do my research and prep work on any other little things, any other little factoids I need to throw in there because I know Travis is going. That's his game, the stats. So, good show, guys. Thank you for pulling up, man.
Oh yeah, no problem.
See y'all next week. I'm gonna try to get, bro. We gotta try to do something on the weekend, man. I don't know how your weekend looking, or maybe Sunday.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that, especially with the playoffs going on. So yeah, just let me know what day I should be available either Saturday or Sunday. So
yeah, the only thing I'm gonna look at the lineup again. I think everybody should still be playing too. I don't think if this series ain't gonna go to sweep with Memphis and Green, there ain't gonna be no sweeps.
Don't look like it.
Miami might get swept, but I think it still would be scheduled to play this weekend. But Miami could come back and win game 3. And,
Yeah, so yeah, I'm open to it. So just let me know. I should be around.
Man, I'll pull up. I love to talk. That was
Yeah.
because you I was just me and him could have went all night, and I know you had to.
What Zeno? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do something. So yeah.
Because again, when you use the word unethical, it's like what is the rest of the league unethical? You ain't say anyone. You said no. They are unpopular. So you talking about what other people say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like you, I want you to say the word. And then if that's the case, then okay, cool, right? But if you're going crazy on Brunson, at least Brunson be selling content.
Yeah.
The whole league is doing it. That's the name of the game. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Zeno back up here though, so y'all can.
DJ was invited, man. I want to rectify on base. Again, trust me. This is a conversational show. So anybody that want to come up and just talking, man. And it's okay if you have a different opinion. But like I said, one thing I do is I challenge people on their consistency because like I said, again, I had to tag what's the name went I don't know if you know what's the name went live Go James Kingdom talking about how this player anonymous player poll is bull blah 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 and that's what I saw but and then I didn't realize that LeBron actually was voted as the worst flop.
I didn't see that, but yeah, I believe it.
With 97.7% of the vote. Come
Who was
on, bro.
voting?
It was
Players.
the players. So about 114 players around the league.
That's crazy.
Tyrese Halliburton was voted as the most overrated player, and I agree. I think Tyrese Halliburton is crazy.
Yeah.
He's good. I'm not saying I just don't think he's a great point guard. He's just a guy who shoots a lot and gets a lot of assists. I don't think he's clutch.
Yeah, he like a fringe all-star. He ain't really
I
he
mean,
ain't really there yet.
Trae Young was on that list. For those that think I'm hating, well, yeah, NBA players they thought he was overrated enough. And then the most underrated player I believe was Kate Cunningham was on that list. I forgot who won it, but yeah, so with all the awards we had to talk about. Yeah, my man. This is cool. Blah blah blah. Lucky LeBron wasn't voted on that. All right, guys. So catch y'all later, man. Good show.
All right, everybody.
All right, gentlemen. Good show.
Have a good.
All right, gentlemen.